Welcome everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to my first official video tutorial. Live from the mothership, Las Vegas. It's the infamous DJ Rob, 31 Third. And gonna go over something quick. So pay very close attention. These for those of you who might want to get your songs mixed, mastered. If I mix it, it's gonna sound a hell of a lot better. Unless you had it mixed properly well before you send it off to me to actually master your tubas. Okay, which is, you see 2 tracks here. Not 1 track, you see 2 tracks. This is a 2 track. And if I zoom in a little bit. Let's see here. It's my first time actually going full-fledged with Logic. What I'm about to do, as you can see, you see 2 tracks, 2 wave illustrations in 1 file. That's a stereo file. And on these, as you can see, you only see 1, because those are mono files. Okay? A lot of y'all get these confused. Alright, so when you send them all mono like this, okay, and tracked out like this is a mix. This is something that you sending off to be mixed. Alright? Master is when you send a 2 track off like this that's already well mixed with all of these elements, including these, just the vocals here. Including the beat. Okay. So for instance, you got the hook, you got the main vocals, you got the ad libs, you got the ins and outs, you got the outro, you know, all of that good stuff. And then you got the beat, which is a 2 track. So if you sending something off for mastering, this is basically what you would want to send out. 24 bit as far as the format, and a lot of people would tell you to bounce it in whatever type of sample rate, you know, that you recorded it in. So if you recorded it in at 44.1 K, then you bounce it in 44.1 K. I would prefer, because I record in 48K, I would prefer you to send it to me 24-bit 48K or 32-bit 48K. Okay, to be honest with you. But a lot of people don't know too much about that. And basically, that's just going up here. You go to export. All right, and then it says all tracks as audio files. So you will click that and you will bounce all of those. It will take you to a screen. Let me show you right quick. All right. Now, as you can see, you can turn it to WAV file as well. Save format. So let me zoom this out first of all. Get this together. This is the first time being open. Like I say, I'm new to Logic. I've been messing with it probably about for a couple years now. Probably about 2, maybe 3, off and on. You know, just trying it out, just winging myself on it. So I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Pro Tools user, so you know that means a lot. So if you bouncing something, you will want to go, instead of this this AIFF file, which Pro Tools can read, or a lot of DOS systems can read. Most of them can read WAV, so you will bounce it in a WAV file. That's more standard. And then you will go here to 24-bit. If you want to go to 32-bit, it's going to automatically send you to a smaller compressed format for that. Logic is going to automatically do that. If you send it in 24-bit, it's going to change to a WAV file. All right. And then if you sending it off to be mixed to a mix engineer, you need to have it in this format, and you need to hit bypass plug-in effects. Okay. All right. And what you do is you just send a reference track of how you want it to sound, basically. And your engineer, your mix engineer, can kind of incorporate that into the particular song that you're trying to, record or put together. So you will hit this because when you send it off to be mixed, you don't want any processing on it because the engineer is going to process and things like that. And a lot of you guys already record hot anyway, as far as loud. So the faders be up here, way in the red. You know what I'm saying? Hitting, or way up here. That's not a safety zone when you dealing with in the digital domain, of course. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hit it that hard. It's not like we dealing with the analog shit out here. Okay, and then we will take this off because we don't need any type of normalization on, period. Turn that off. That's like a limiter. All right, so we will turn that off. And then you will just bounce. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is good. You will hit export, and it will export. You name your file or whatever folder you want to send it in. I like to hit my desktop. Bam, desktop. Okay, hit new folder. Bam. Hit a new folder, create a new folder. I'm not going to do it for the sake of the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it because this is not what I'm trying to do. But for your people that don't know how to bounce files in Logic, it's very simple and easy to do in Logic. Pro Tools is a little bit different. You actually have to consolidate the files. So like all of these files are locked together. And really, I actually tracked and recorded this song in Pro Tools. Okay, so you will have to track this file. All right, you will have to consolidate it, all these files. So because for instance, like your hook would be separated from here, from there. You know what I'm saying? In between there, it'd be separated. All of that. There wouldn't be no spaces or nothing like that between. Just in your editing, you're gonna try to chop all of the background sounds and anything that's not ad libs or musical elements of the song. You're gonna try to take that out, okay, with either a gate or some type of you might do it yourself, or with some automation or deep breath plug-in or anything like that. So you need to make those tracks solid again. And Pro Tools, you have to consolidate that, and you will have to go to edit, go down to consolidate, highlight the regions, go down to consolidate and edit window, and then you will go over to your region screen, which will be over here as far as for your clips and files in Pro Tools. And you will click that, and you will go down to select unused, and you will get rid of all of the files that you don't want to use. So every file that you see in a session is the ones that you want to use. You still have files, backup files and takes that's in the session that's automatically pre-saved by the actual DAW system. If you got it on autosave or whatever, it automatically remembers that in your in the history and all of that. So what you want to do is to make the file smaller and actually send the takes that you want versus it bringing up takes that you don't want. You want to go in there and clean out those files. And what you would do in Pro Tools, you would hit the region, click down on this. It'll be like in this area. You will go to select. You will go to select unused, and from there you will go to clear, and then you will just clear those files out of that particular audio file folder. All right, and then you will highlight all of the files, and then go to the same area as far as the click down or region or whatever it's called, arrow on the Pro Tools edit window on right in this area, and you will go down to I think is save clips as files or save regions as files, and then you will do the exact same thing that I told you to do here as far as with the conversation and the quality that you will put it in. Okay, wave, 24-bit, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And then and Pro Tools, you want to make sure that that you do that. That way it'll be in a higher quality. A 24-bit, whatever sample rate that you actually recorded it in, you can bounce it in that sample rate. You know, I prefer 48. Some people prefer 96. Some people prefer 88. You know, whatever. To each his own. But most master engineers will tell you leave it in the same format that you actually recorded it in. Just put it in 24-bit or 32-bit when you send it, and do it multiple. You know, put it, as far as mastering, put it in a 2-track. If it's sending off to being mixed, you still want the same quality as far as the conversation on the bounce, but you will put it in multiple mono. In Logic, the difference between that and Pro Tools, what I was getting at, is that you don't have to go through all of that. It automatically consolidates the files and lock them right where they need to be. So your hook won't start on play along with your vocals, as far as your lead vocals and your verses and things like that. In Pro Tools, if you do not do that, all of these elements will start right here at the play head, on wherever, right on play. So when you hit play, it'll be a bunch of chaos going on. All right. So that's why it's very important. So there's been a lot of people that's been sending me material and they don't know how to do that. So